Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys coming back. I know it's been a while, but I have a giveaway for you guys. I created this look, this eye look, using this palette. It's such a pretty palette from Tarte, and I want to give it to you guys. So all you have to do, remember, is just like my video, comment on it, and make sure you're subscribed. That's it. That's all you have to do. And for extra bonus, I do have another giveaway on my Instagram on the same video. So you have an opportunity to win in both videos. So go ahead and follow me. I'm gonna link it down here somewhere. I go into detail on my eyeliner and my eyeshadow. So if you want to learn how to do this look, just keep on watching. The palette is so pretty. Look how gorgeous it is. It's just very pretty, very glamorous, very soft. Okay, so as you can see, I already finished this eye. I did something soft, something quick, very pretty, just for like a date night kind of thing. I don't know if we're still gonna be in quarantine or they're gonna open up any more restaurants during Valentine's Day, but if they do, this is an eye look you can possibly do. I get a lot of DMs saying that they want more soft looks, more something simple and the softer side. I added eyeliner. I don't usually do eyeliner nowadays because it's just for what, you know. But I added eyeliner because it gives it a little bit more of a nice, more dressed up type of look. So I am going to start with this shade Rose, which is this shade in the palette right here, and I am going to add that onto my crease as a crease shade. I'm gonna go here when I want to do like a really bright, colorful, or vibrant eye. I usually stamp them. Let me clip my hair back. I usually stamp them like this because I want a more pigmented, but for today it doesn't really matter because it's just a soft, very pretty eye look. So all I'm doing is just pretty much, I dip, tap some off, and do tiny strokes on here. I hate it that the light washes me out so much. Like the colors, you can't really see them as well as you would in person, but they're so pretty. Since I already worked with this eye, I will say this. They're not as pigmented as other palettes, but given the shades, like the tones of the palette, I don't expect them to be like a purple or red or a black, you know. So I expected it to be this way because I know these tones aren't very vibrant, like super vibrant, but it gives me the exact color that it shows on the pan, if that helps. This crease is a little darker than this, so what I did is I went in with Luscious, which is this shade right here, this one. What I've noticed is with shades like this, with matte shades with sparkles on them, it gives it more pigment, so it helps it adhere more to your eyelid. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lightly, you see how it darkens it a little bit more? That's what I want. I didn't want a pink look. I wanted somewhere in brownish pink tones. So what I did is I'm adding it onto the crease, but more onto the lower side. So you see how it's still pink on the top and then more brown on the bottom? That's exactly what I wanted. And then it's okay if it goes on that first shade. What I'm going to do is just go back with that same brush, no extra product, and just blend that edge. See, now you have some dimension on the crease. And you can go with a smaller brush if this brush is too big for you. And I'm also adding that same shade on the outer corner of my eye because I do want it to be darker. And let me show you, just in case you want to know or if this is a big deal to you, which it doesn't really matter to me, but there's kickback on the pan. But as you can see, I have my base on and then nothing fell on my face, which is the purpose of tapping off your brush, tapping off any excess that you have, and blend. Blending is key when it comes to eyeshadow, really. Okay, so now after that shade, I wanna darken it up just a tad bit more. So I go in with a more defined brush. It's like a pencil brush. And I go in with the shade Grounded, which is this one. Tap. Same thing on the crease, right on the crease. And since this brush is more defined, it allows me to apply it exactly where I want it without going too high. And then once again, we blend. And now we're going in with the shade Euphoric. Oh gosh, Euphoric, yeah. This one right here. You can see some kickback in the pan. Doesn't bother me, like I said, but it might bother some people. Just thought you guys would know. So that I'm going to put solely on the outer corner because that's what I want to darken. You see how this side looks darker than the actual crease? I just want to darken it at the end. Now with the brush that I used for the shade Luscious, I go in and just blend that. And then back with a cleaner brush, not so clean anymore, but and just blend the outer corner. Okay. Okay, so first, doing this eye, I noticed that I tried doing it with a dry brush. Typically, you have to wet it or your finger works best. Yes, my finger did work best, and I will show you right now. But with a dry brush, I didn't see as much pigment as I wanted to see. So you might have to wet your brush or use your finger, which I'll show you. So I did a whole mixture of shimmer shades on this side. Let me show you what I started with first, how many shades I actually put on this side. So I started with this shade, Dawn. I started with this shade, and then I didn't get the tone that I wanted, so then I added Shine, which darkened it a little bit more. But then I didn't get the pink that I wanted, so I went in with Orchid, this one. And it still didn't satisfy me, and it wasn't like as bright as it wasn't as bright as I wanted it to be. So then I added Reflect, this one, and that's what gave me this more vibrant tone, which is why it looks gold and pink and orange. So sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you just have to work with the palettes, you know. This is a dry brush. Let me show you how much I'm digging in so you can see. So this one, see, and I actually got some kickback on my hand, you can see. So you know I'm really digging in there. See? Let me show you. Wherever I first landed the brush, right here with all that I had packed on the brush, it did leave the makeup, like it did leave a good amount, but then you spread and it doesn't spread. Then I wet the brush and I went in with that shade Shine, the more goldish copper color, and it did the same thing. It added more pigment to it, but it didn't really do much. Still digging in there, grabbing a good amount of makeup, a good amount of product. So you see how this one still looks more goldish copperish than that one? That's when I went in with the shade Orchid. Watch. I feel like this color makes it more pretty. you see? But then it takes away from the shimmer, like the pigment. So I went back in with Dawn and Reflect. Reflect is a shade that actually did it for me. See that? Reflect did that for me. It gave me the shade that I actually wanted. And then I went in with the shade Dusk, which is this one. That one I just used to blend the shimmer with the brown. See? I just used that to blend that together. And then the shade Euphoric. I went again with the shade Euphoric. And just added more pigment on that. And then back with my first brush to blend that out. And now for the inner corner of my eye, I went with Water Lily. Yeah, this is such a pretty shade and it worked so well. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. Brighten up my inner corner and my brow bone. Watch. Hold on, I got some fallout. And it dusts off pretty good. Yeah. And then watch. See that? See how pretty and vibrant that is? And then I added some on my brow bone. I went overboard, like always. Let me retouch my eyebrow. I kind of got a little bit on the eyebrow, so let's remove that. I did first my lower lash line. I used the gel liner in Deep Taupe from Appeal, and I just I'm not too precise because I do want to smoke out my bottom lash line. Then with a really small pencil, I went in with that shade Euphoric, and then I blended that all the way up to my outer corner. Now you can keep it like that, or what I did was grab that shade again, Rose, and blended it out to soften it up a little bit. Here you go. It's early, sorry. So now for my eyeliner. I have so many I use, but I like to stick with the same ones because they're just easy. I'm used to them, whatever. I really, really like the gel liner from Inglot, the pomade, this one. It is my favorite. This is my favorite eyeliner, but it takes a little long and I don't have time right now. When I have time, when my husband's home, I will do it. And it just glides so easily. It stays on for a while. It doesn't smudge. It's really good. So for days that I just want like a quick eyeliner, I lately have been into the Trooper Black eyeliner, the waterproof liquid eyeliner, the Dagger tattoo liner, pretty much from Kat Von D. I believe now it's KVD Beauty. Eyeliner is just such a mission. Okay. Let me get a little closer. So what I do first is I like to go further into my tear duct, which is why I do my inner corner tear duct first. Like the eyeshadow, brighten up my tear duct first. Then I add, see that? A tiny line over it, because I want it more like a cat eyes to elongate my eye. because I have big eyes already. So I just want to make them longer, like more like this, you see? So if you can tell, like from this eye to this eye. See? Then I just keep going. It depends how thick I want it, and that's how thick I would go. I fill it in at the end. I don't want it super angled like this. I want it more straight. So I'm going to start here at the end of my eye, use that guideline to just take it out. So what I'm gonna do is not keep my eyeliner like this, is do it like this. Kind of lift my eyelid a little bit, and not start at the end, but start like a slightly bit over and go straight in. See? And then after that, I will focus on filling it in. See? Then after that, I just fill in. Okay. Sometimes your makeup will go onto your eyeliner if you have hooded lids. I'm dropping everything here. So what I like to do is just let that dry a little bit, and then I'll do my eyelashes. So give me a second. I'm gonna curl and put mascara on, and I will be right back. So I went ahead and grabbed the J Lash. You guys know I love J Lash. I like this one. The Monroe style is the one I'm using right now. We got a little visitor.
All you heard is me saying,
hold on, don't.
It's like pee.
You smile. Give my toe. We're getting ready because we're gonna take pictures. Valentine's Day pictures. That's why he has his jeans on. Yeah, shake your booty.
He really opened his legs.
Shake your booty. Okay, here, mommy. I'm almost done.
Okay.
My little helper. My big helper, actually. Okay. So I went ahead and added a thin layer of lash glue. Okay, now I just, doesn't matter. I don't think it matters where I grab it from. Now it doesn't matter. I grab it from anywhere. And then I tilt them all the way up like this, depending on how I want them, because sometimes I go straight in because I don't want it super curled, super lifted. So today I do. So I'm gonna do it, I stick the middle first. See how it lifted it? The end looks like that. I like that. That's what I really want. But these eyelashes, sometimes I just can't do it. So don't get discouraged if you can't put eyelashes on, because I still have trouble sometimes. So I like the end to be more lifted than the inner corner. So first I worry about gluing it on, like sticking it on. There you go. And if sometimes I do this, like I do this just to lift them a little bit. And that does cause my eyeliner to stick to my eyelashes, so I have to just separate it. You know. Okay, so another thing that I like to do with my eyeliner, and it's a little bit extra, you don't have to do it, but me, I like to do that. I like the Morphe Blackout Liquid Liner. This one. It's just a regular eyeliner. However, it is pretty matte. So when you put it on, that's why I don't worry about putting too much product on with my other eyeliner, because I know I'm gonna stack on another one, and it's just, sometimes it cracks if it's too much product. I did go a little heavy hand on this side with the other one, but it's okay. It's just for the video to show you guys. Whatever liquid eyeliner you have, just make sure it's very light on it. The reason why I don't use the Morphe one by itself is because it's very watery. So when I apply it on its own, I have a lot of creasing and a lot of like skin on my eyes, on my eyelids, so it'll go in between the cracks and it'll bleed. So I don't like that. So I have to do it on top of this one, kind of like a barrier, and just kind of add it a little bit. Oh, So all I'm doing is just adding it on top and then kind of covering the band, the eyelash band. And I did go thicker on this side, so I'm going to add a little more. Applying this eyeliner can go south real quick, which is why my eyeliner is thicker than what I initially started, because a little bit of a snag, a little bit of a jump, oh my god, forget it. Just, you end up with a freaking full-on smoky eye. But I think it looks fine. My eyes are big, so I can do that. So I really like it. It's really pretty. Worked out pretty good. That's the Bare Lip Set from Kylie. So very soft, very pretty, you know? I don't know why I did that. Pretty. Okay, now let's set. I already did my highlighter. Since I did use a hydrating foundation, I'm going to go with my Urban Decay All Nighter. My sister-in-law laughs at me for doing this, but my hair's curly. I can't risk getting it curly after it's straight, so I cover my hair, which is why I should use a band, but oh well. I soaked myself. And warning, do not open your eyes if your eyeliner is not waterproof, because it will transfer. You did all that work for nothing. Oh, I think I got some on my eye. It's not completely dry yet, but that'll do. Wow, I would do that. Can you guys see what I did here? When I put my arm on my head to cover my hair, oh my god. Anyway, so how cute is my sweater? My friend gave it to me. How cute is my sweater? So cute, huh? It's like a crop sweater. It's super cute. So my thoughts on this palette, it's just gorgeous. It's just a gorgeous palette. It's so pretty. It's like you see it and it's visually appealing to your eyes. The aesthetic of it, it's pretty. I do recommend it. However, it's $45, just so you guys know. I have some palettes that pretty much have the same shades, and the shimmer shades work a lot better than these do. However, I can work with it to manage it to my liking, so it really doesn't bother me. You can get a similar palette for less, but I like it, and I like collecting pretty palettes. So I want to give one to you guys. So go ahead and remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and you will also have a second chance to win. I will also be uploading a mini IGTV on my Instagram, so for a second chance to win, go ahead and enter that giveaway also. It'll be up a couple of days after this one on the same palette. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys liked it. I hope I was informative, and thank you guys so much. It feels so good to be back. It's a distraction from everything that's going on in this world. Hope you guys like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, please. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.